I think it's like 6 in the morning. So it's like 6 in the morning. This is like the only time I can do this in my living room because soon, about a half hour, one of my kids will wake up. Dogs are outside and Clayton's still sleeping. So, but I get a lot of questions on my workout t-shirts because I don't buy regular tank tops anymore because they're too expensive. So I started shopping at Goodwill. If you look up other videos online, they probably tell you to have like a ruler and a fabric marker, or I don't know. I'll try that. So I normally just go with a shirt that that has worked for me. I'm gonna do this one, and I'll show you how I take off the label, or how I hide the label in the back. And I can knock these off pretty quickly now. I also don't spend more than $3 on a shirt. Either I wait for them to be on sale, or because they'll have all their tags on sale, like red tag, 30 or 50% off, whatever. So I buy those, or just a standard t-shirt should, like the Marvel shirts are more expensive. I lied, this one's $2 also. Okay, so I don't know, it's hard to tell what they're gonna do. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're working on a flat surface. I tend to use the floor because I'm weird. Next, I am lining up all the seams. So you have to remember my shirts are coming from Goodwill. So they're getting rid of them for a reason, and I want to check like the seam and how it was sewn. I normally go with a tank top or a workout shirt that I've made that I already like the fit of. This is a pretty good template for me because I like the length and where it was cropped. I normally use men's t-shirts because it has a wider armhole. So I'm just trying to determine where I want to cut the sleeves at on this one. Still thinking. Still deciding. So first I'm going to cut the crop of it, and I'm going to slice up the seam on the sides on both ends. And if you want your tie, you could probably cut all the way around it and have no tie. That'd be cute. But I normally tie it off just to give me a more hourglass shape because I think I need to look cute at the gym. If you want your tie to be in the front, you want to keep the front flap. If you want the tie in the back, then you would keep the back. But whichever side that you aren't keeping the tie, you're going to cut that side off. So here I'm going to be cutting off the back flap. Again, this is probably where you want to use a ruler and a fabric marker and make things more precise, but I'm winging it. I wear these shirts for about 2 hours and then throw them in the wash. So I just kind of eyeball it. So here I've cut off the back. I like my shirts to sit around my waist because I wear high-waisted workout pants. I get all my workout pants from Victoria's Secret. Here I'm deciding where I want to have the tie. Some people may want it right in the middle, but for me, depending on where the image is on the shirt, if there is an image, I kind of like a flow and a weighted balance. So I'm going to put this one on the left side because the more bulk of the image is on the right side. So when you do the tie, you want to cut just a little bit higher than the crop, and that'll give you enough room to tie a little loop. And then you go from the inside cut and then cut at a diagonal to the outside seam, making little triangles for a tie. And again, you probably want to use a ruler, and there's me drawing an imaginary line that I'm going to follow. Next, I'm determining what kind of sleeve or sleeveless look I want. I always go from the inside or underneath the armpit and then deciding from the collar how big of a seam allowance I want. Sometimes I leave cropped at the shoulder, at the cap of my shoulder, or I go closer into the collar of the shirt. This one I think I did about an inch or inch and a half from the collar. So there's two different ways to match the other side. So first I'm checking to make sure there's no jagged edges. But one way is to lay the cut piece sleeve on the other side and then use that as a template. And then the second way, which is the way I normally do it, is I fold the t-shirt in half and line up the seams and use the other side as a mirror image template. For me, that just works better. Or you can do the cool smart way and use a ruler and measure. But I'm just going to match up the seams and then trim it up. Again, I don't go for perfection. I just go for aesthetically pleasing and is it going to cover my body? So you just want to match everything up, lay it all flat. I love my really flattering position I'm sitting in my mom's sweatpants. Super cute. I should have done this at the table. What? Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to cut the other arm. Here I am trying to be really super precise. And snip, snip, snip. Okay, toss that aside, check, and then I normally just do a little check, but there it is. I did it. So the next step for me is distressing it. Oh, I wanted to show you how, because on the back of the shirt it said like Quest dehumidifiers or something. So obviously this was some sort of promotion t-shirt for a small company. I'm going to cut off the dehumidifier part of the logo. Quest, I don't really mind. It's whatevs. But yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm just going to slice that out, kind of cut around it, and then taper off the two ends so it kind of comes at a point. And then put some more distress cuts in it. And then boom, done with that. So I'm just going to proceed to cut out the label and then distress the rest of the shirt by cutting slits into it. And what you want to do is when you cut the slits in, make them varying sizes if you're going to put them in there. But you also want to stretch out the material and kind of give it a worn look. And then it'll get even more distressed while it's in the wash. And then as you see when I go through, so I'm stretching it out just to kind of give it the curled ends and worn look. Normally when there's some sort of image, I cut around, make little slices around the image, and it's just, that's the normal wear and tear that you would get on a t-shirt that's been worn for many, many years. So I'm just trying to replicate a t-shirt that I've had forever. And then I normally go in and just do some slits and distressing around the collar. So here I am. Oh my God, I am a train wreck girl. So I put on some workout pants, and I like where the shirt was cut and how it fell. I checked to make sure that the arms look even on both sides. There's a little bit of jaggedness on the cuts, but that'll calm down in the wash. I like where it fell on the back, and now I'm just doing my tie. And I just do a cute little tie. And everything really comes together after it's been washed and dried. Like right now it looks okay, but once it's washed and dried, that's what I like to see. So, but we did it. We made a shirt. I'm sorry this wasn't a fancy tutorial. I'm even more sorry I wasn't wearing makeup because your girl's a wreck. But she thinks she's cute. Look at that.